Hello friends, this is Anita Kejriwal from Crafters Corner. Today I have a beautiful piece of wall art for you, and I will be using the Plate Crafts Painted Finishes paints to show you here. These are the paints I will be using, and these are wonderful paints to give natural textured look to your project, and I'll talk in detail about these. These are the painted finishes paints from FolkArt, and they are available in 4 colors. I will be using the moss and the rust color here. You get both the dark and light shade, and plus I will be using these home decor chalk paints along with these. Now talking about the painted finishes paints, these can be used on a variety of surface like glass, ceramic, plastic, metal, and concrete, and it can also be used outdoors, and these in combination with the home decor chalk paints give wonderful finish to your project. I've also be using the crackle paste, and these are variety of brushes I keep on hand because I might be using these stiff bristle brushes for my chalk paints and my painted finishes. I also will be using the stencil to give a little dimension and texture, and some dusty attic chipboard. This is the object I will be using. It's a letter holder come key holder, and I also will be using the Spanish moss on this project. Now this is a letter holder as I have told you, and it has space to hold letters, documents, etc. This is how it goes by, and I'll be adding some hooks later on. So let's start painting. I have already covered the surface with sheepskin 2 coats and then did little sanding. And now I'm using Java and green color sage and a little vintage mustard, that's the yellow color, to add little color to the background color to my project. Just dab the colors as I'm showing you here. You need not be very perfect since we want to give a little natural look. We don't want perfect smooth finish on the surface or on the background. So this is how I am using the thick bristle brush to paint the wall art or wall object as I'm showing you here. Here I have covered the surface. As you see, I've tried to give a natural look, a natural wooden look to my surface. Dry it with the heat gun, or you can leave it to dry naturally. And now I'll be using the painted finishes moss. Here I'm using a dab method. Dab method means you just use a thick bristle stencil brush or any other thick bristle brush, stiff bristle brush, to add these paint finishes to your surface. You see how beautiful it looks. It looks as if the moss has grown between the crevices of this wooden object. This is how old weathered look appears to us when we see in our gardens, etc. Here I'm adding some rust color, and then I'll be using the texture paste along with some painted finishes. I'm mixing the two together because I want the texture paste to be little colored. So I mix the two together, and I'll be using this along with my stencil to give a little dimension to my project. So this is the stencil I'm using, and please wash your stencil very well after you have finished using this, because although the paint washes off very well, but still you might accumulate granules between your stencils and it might spoil your stencil. So let's add some more on this side. Just using the spatula, spread your texture paste or crackle paste or whatever you're using. And this is how I've added a little texture on the top to give a little natural look to my project. As you see, I have already added hooks to the bottom, and I left it to dry for 4 hours. Painted finishes paints require 4 hours or at least an overnight to dry. And now I'll be adding some embellishments or decorating my wall art. Here I'm adding texture to my leaves by adding some painted finishes moss color. This gives a very nice mossy effect on the grass or on the leaves which I am using here. These are Heartfelt Creation leaves from the new Blushing Rose collection. And there will be some mulberry flowers as well. Plus along with this I will be using this moss. So using the glue gun, I am not going to attach all these things on my project. Just keep watching and you'll see how easy it is to decorate this piece of wall art. It's a very fun project and it can be easily created in a day or in just few hours, and can give a very nice natural look to your home. Just keep adding the embellishments, leaves or grass or whatever you have in hand. I'm adding little glue at the back. It's the hot glue gun, so please be careful while using it. Many times I burnt my finger using the glue gun, but please be careful. Here I am adding some mulberry flowers. Do you know Crafter's Corner has a wide range of mulberry flowers? And here I am adding these. I've also added some Tim Holtz embellishment, as you can see on the right. I've added some moss to give a very nice natural effect. Then we can also add some more filler flowers to give a little color and more fullness to my project. Here is the complete project and few close-ups. I hope you liked my project. Please leave your comments and feedback, and all products are available at crafterscorner.in. Thank you so much.